What's up, guys? This is Revenue with GSG, bringing you some God of War Ascension. I'm going to show you where all the eyes, feathers, chests, weapons, and artifacts are. Alright, so in Chapter 1, you're going to be chasing KIRRA, and right in front of you in your path is going to be your first world weapon, the sword. Bye-bye. This is Chapter 2, the sewers. You're going to get up to this platform, and from here you're going to pull a lever over to the left. And that's going to release that gate and some baddies to whoop on. And basically you just run in where they were all held up. And in the corner to the left is going to be the very first artifact. The Prisoner's Oath Stone. Alright, now we're getting into Chapter 5, the Village of KIRRA, and right in front of you again is going to be the second world weapon, the club. And from the club, you want to head over to the right, and once you get over to the far end, there's going to be some chests. You got a twofer. You've got a feather, and in the chest right next to it, you've got an eye. A lot of chests are set up this way. It's kind of nice, especially towards the end of the game. Further up, you're going to hit another fork in the road, and you want to go to the right again. This time, when you get towards the end, there's going to be something you can either grab and drag, but you want to jump on top of it and go over to this room. To the left is going to be your second artifact, and right in front of that is going to be a chest with a feather. And moving along with the story, you're going to have to pull this lever right in front of Kratos right now. Before that, you want to go over to the back of this wall, and behind that is going to be a Gorgon eye. After you're done with that lever, you want to drag that platform over here so you can get to this high point. Climb across this rope, and on the other end is going to be the javelin, the third world weapon. And going through the story, you're going to see a dead cow on the ground. Right after that, you're going to jump down here and look to the left. There's a platform up above, and that's got a Gorgon eye. And a little further up from that spot, you just climb up this area right here, and there's going to be a sling, the fourth world weapon. So that pillar broken on the ground, that doesn't come like that. I did that, so if you don't see that, don't get scared. You're in the right place. That building right there, you're going to see a red orb chest, and to the left is going to be a Gorgon eye chest. And from that spot, you're going to head down a little further and go down this passageway. Once you get down here, there is a puzzle. Solving this puzzle gives you a trophy, not very hard to solve. What you need to do is you go around here, there's going to be something you need to bust open, so make sure you have enough time to break it. After that, you want to pull the first one. I was impatient. I pulled the second one. You can do that, but you're going to see how close I was for time. The right way to do is pull that first one that I didn't pull, then pull the second one, then pull the third one. And that will bring these platforms up. And you're going to see how close. I don't know how I made that. I got lucky as hell. And this is another twofer. You got yourself a Gorgon eye, and right next to it, you got a feather. And you got yourself a health upgrade. Alright, so as soon as you enter the CISTERN, Chapter 6, you're going to see this Minotaur statue after you drop down. And when you get back up onto this bridge, you want to go the way you're obviously not supposed to go. Dead end. And at that dead end is going to be a Gorgon eye. And it's really like that throughout the whole game. Go the way you're not supposed to go. And right after you obtain another weapon upgrade, elemental attack, you just follow this pathway through, and once you head up these stairs, right in front of you is going to be another chest with another Gorgon eye. Chapter 7, the Tower of DELPHI. Once you climb this ladder and get inside the tower, you're going to need to go up, but instead of going up, of course, you want to go the opposite direction, down this ramp, and at the very end is going to be a feather. Now, right after you get to the top of this tower, or close to the top, you're going to head towards this ladder, but you're going to go past the ladder, and in that corner is going to be another eye. Further up, Kratos is going to slip, or so it looks like it, and you're going to be sliding down this area. Once it gets to this platform, there's going to be a guy with a shield. He does not want to share, so you need to grapple and take that shield from him. And once you get that, that's a 5th world weapon, and that's your trophy. And a little further up, you're going to be grappling across an open area. And when you get to that area, you're going to want to go left instead of right. And up here is going to be a Gorgon in this chest. Alright, Chapter 8, the Python's Belly. Right after you acquire Zeus's elemental attack, you're going to head up here. And instead of going the way you're supposed to go, you go to the left the way you're not supposed to go. And in that is going to be a feather that you can tickle something with. And right after that, you're going to drop down. And you're going to go in the opposite direction again. And you're going to go in the opposite direction again for a very long time. Once you reach that end, there's going to be a whole one Gorgon eye. Isn't that exciting? Ice Caverns. This is Chapter 9. This is when you're reaching the tower again. After you do all the little fancy stuff with the snakes. You're going to get up here, climb that ladder, go back inside that area, inside the tower. And what's funny is this is placed pretty much exactly where the item in the chest was. I believe that was a feather. Right before it on the ground is going to be your next artifact. Right when you get into the Temple of Delphi in Chapter 10, you're going to want to get that ramp first of all, and once you get there, you want to come over here to this green fog. I'm not sure what you would call it, but what it does, it will decay or age the room, and from there you just head in the opposite direction and break through that wall and open these chests. And this is a twofer. You get a feather and you get an eye. And I really like Chapter 10. So once you get to this area, you have a fork. You can either go left or right. And you want to go to the right. You have to break down that door with some decay again. And once you get to the top of this, you want to hang to the right. And there is going to be that statue. It's out in that hallway that I was just in. You want to move that below that platform, and when you decay it, the platform drops, and this is going to allow you to get those 2 chests. And the reason why I love this area, because it's full of twofers. And now we're going to head to the left. This is actually the way you need to head to progress with your story. And once again, that door right there that I busted open, you use decay to bust that open. And there's going to be a statue down this hallway again. And you're going to enter this room. And you want to move the statue over the pressure plate. And once you've done that, run over to that green fog and move the statue off the pressure plate. From there, you're going to head over to that gate. And there was 2 gates if you notice. When it starts to release the decay, you want to run towards that direction. And that will get you in there. And inside here, another twofer. You got a feather and you got an eye. And you got 2 red orb chests. How about that? It's a fourfer. I don't even know how you say that. It's a quadder. Alright, Chapter 11, the Delphi Catacombs. This area, or this part, is something that you have to do. The only thing you might miss is once you bust this door down, you might not head back, and you would miss these chests. So, turn around, go back, and... my goodness, another twofer. How about that? And if you guys don't know what a twofer is, it's a 2 for, like 2 for the price of 1. That's a twofer. Alright, so further up again, this you cannot really miss because it is along the lines of the path for the story. Right there, glowing, is going to be another artifact. Althena's Charm. How fancy. Alright, so once you get this big old statue head down there, there's a pressure plate, and you throw that guy on the pressure plate. That's going to open up the gate in the far left corner, and that is going to give you another feather. And that flashing on the ground is just a little note, a little special note. And that's a magic upgrade. How about that? This is chapter 13, the passage to Delphi. The oracle's to the right. You're going to go to the left and you're going to find your first decaying chest. Probably the hardest one to see. That's that. Now, right after conversation with the oracle, you're going to hop onto this wall. And instead of going to the left, you're going to go to the right. Ooh, up close and personal. And now, once you get in there, there's going to be a feather. And we're back at the cistern again, chapter 14. And this time, you're going to want to drop down, but you're not going to drop down. You're going to go for the chest that you saw right ahead of you. And that's going to obtain your Gorgon eye. After you drop down and see in the Minotaur statue, head back to this hallway. You're supposed to go this way anyways. Right in front of you is going to be a decaying chest. And right after that, you want to go to the right as soon as you can. There's going to be a hallway, and from there, hang a left, and right in front of you is going to be another decaying chest. As you're heading out of this building, you want to go over to your left, or Kratos' left, I should say, and there's going to be a chest right there. And drop down from that area and go all the way around where that puzzle room was at earlier on with the 3 triggers. You're going to see a decaying chest right there. You probably saw these earlier in the game and were like, what the hell do I do with them? This is what you do with them. Chapter 15, the grotto. This is right at the beginning. You want to dive down and go over to your right. This is going to bring you into a cavern, and inside there is going to be your twofer, your feather in your eye. And after that, you're going to get on some land, and then you're going to get back in some water. And you want to drop to the lowest point of this area, and down below you're going to see something shiny. It's going to be an artifact. And make sure that you don't go in the water until an hour after you eat. Come on, Kratos. Once you reach the shipyard, you want to head to the left of this dock area. And you saw those 2 chests, and you know what that means. And I'm not even going to say it. Back at the Prison of the Damned for chapter 16, you're gonna go down this path and kind of a blind spot to the left, but you want to go over there, and in that area is gonna be a feather as well as a red chest and a little note, an I love you note. And right after Kratos is done enjoying the sunset, you want to head over here against this wall, kind of a little bit of a blind spot, as an artifact. And I don't know what it is with Kratos and enjoying views, but once you're done looking at ugly, or once Kratos is done looking at ugly, head down this path, and right in front of you is going to be a decaying chest. Chapter 17, the Mater Chamber. You want to get to that door, and you need to solve a puzzle in order to do that. And once you have done that, go over to this platform with the door, and head to the right, and in this area is going to be an eye. Chapter 18, DELOS Landing. That area that I was at right there, you actually get thrown back up there a second time. Once you climb up, go to the left around Apollo's foot, and you're going to climb this platform, and there is going to be a feather up there for you, and 2 red orb chests. And that was a final feather, so trophy! Right back where we were at, instead of going straight or to the left, you want to go to the right, and there's going to be an eye. Almost there. In this room, you're going to do some puzzle solving, and once you get to this point of it, you use the lever, and that, I don't even know what that hunk of weight over there is. It's just some contraption of weight. You pull that lever all the way to the back and push the weight in between the gears. That's going to stop it, and that's going to allow you to climb up to this platform that's got 2 chests. It would be a twofer if you already didn't have the last feather. So it's got the last Gorgon eye for you. And the eyes do have it, apparently. This is at the beginning of Apollo's foot, or the foot of Apollo, I should say. You're going to want to climb up, and once you get to this top, you're going to want to go to the left, but you obviously need to go to the right, and this is going to be the final decaying chest. #21, the forearm of Apollo. Once you get a little notification on your screen that says you're in that chapter, head to the right, and on the ground is going to be another artifact. The stonemason's chisel. How about that? Alright, chapter 25, the furnace. You actually have to go to this area, so you're not really going to miss this, most likely. You're going to climb up here, and you're going to see those chests in front of you. Have Kratos run all the way over there, and on a table next to that red orb chest is going to be an artifact. So you're going to be going up this rising platform right here. Once you reach the top and beat a bunch of enemies, look in that left hand corner, and you're going to have an artifact. Chapter 28, the Trial of Archimedes. This is right near the end of the game. Basically, when this platform is lowering and lowering and lowering, it's going to stop, and Kratos is going to run and look over to the right. On the ground is going to be the final artifact and the last collectible of this game, and the fastest trophy to pop ever.